Had a no heat service call. Customer states that the outdoor system runs. There is heat coming out, but it doesn't keep up when it's really cold outside. So very well could be a heat strip issue or a refrigerant issue. We'll find out today. Alright, this is our pressure readings. The system's been running for at least 20 minutes. I've got good temperatures coming out of the supply vents. And we're going to go ahead and test the strip heat. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and test the strip heats. This one, instead of a relay, has a contactor, double pole. I'm set up to check amps, and we're just going to run it in test mode from the zone board. As you can see, the contactor is pulled in. I've got no amps. Check another leg. No amps. Got nothing. And nothing. Alright, so do a quick check. Power coming in. Alright, we got 240 volts coming in. Top of contactor. 240 volts. Top of contactor. Let's first check the heat strips themselves. I got power off. Got the disconnect pulled. You can see there's no voltage coming in. We're gonna go ahead and double check it. Always double check it. You never know what could be shorted out. So line in, no voltage. We're gonna go ahead and switch to our continuity, and let's just check the heat strip coils themselves real quick. Good way to do that is disconnect these, the limit switches and the thermal fuses, and check continuity across. Alright. On the upper bank, we have tone. I've got 12.7 ohms. Check the bottom. I've got tone with 12.6 ohms. Alright, so we do have continuity across the strips. I'm going to plug these back in. Alright, we're just going to disconnect here. We're going to go ahead and check the limits, make sure there's continuity across the limits there, make sure they're not open. Limits are closed. I got 0 ohms. Bottom limits closed. Also 0 ohms. That's good readings. And finally, we'll do a check of our fuses. Just isolate those. These are your thermal fuses. They're kind of egg-shaped. Get the camera to stay put. Wires out of the way. And we're going to try and check ohms on our thermal fuses. And I got OL on the meter and no tone. Let's check the bottom one. Also OL with no tone. So these thermal fuses have popped. These are not resettable. I'll go ahead and pull one out for you and show you what it looks like. Alright, so here's our thermal fuse. Kind of a leg shape there. It's a micro temp. And the fuse has a little connector on the inside. This is your fuse. And if that pops on the inside, or if one of these wires breaks, then the fuse is open. I don't see any breakage. I do see some overheating here. It's blackening, so it did get a little too hot. Could be from a power surge. It could be from some other issues with the heat strip. But at a minimum, you would have to replace this. Some technicians go straight to just replacing the heat strips as opposed to parts. Don't do your customer a disservice by just replacing the whole heat strip if you can replace a small or inexpensive part. Now, bear in mind, if both of our fuses are popped, then there's a reason for that. So we're going to go ahead and pull the heat strips out and do a visual inspection and see if there's a reason why those fuses got overloaded. Doing the visual inspection of the heat strips, we can see there's no broken wires to cause any shorts. Heat strips are not dirty. They look to be in good condition. Don't currently see anything that would overload those thermal fuses, other than them probably getting just too hot. Again, we can replace those fuses. The rest of the heat strips look fine and tested okay, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and recommend. Remember, like I said, when you run into this situation, check all the components. Don't just quote a new set of heat strips. If we can replace those thermal limits, thermal fuses, and the system works fine, then that's better for your client. Overall, we're here to do something for them, not to them. Just a quick update on the heat strips. The thermal fuses are not in stock, and it's going to be about a week before they get them, the proper rated ones. And I've checked around a couple supply houses, and for some reason we're having issues finding some, so we're just going to go ahead and replace the whole heat strip for the same price, so we can take care of the customer.